Hi, I'm Travis Davis with Point in Time Software. In this demonstration, or this video, we're going to train you on Opportunity Mapper. Opportunity planning is required to beat the competition and drive revenue and win. Opportunity Mapper is one of the three solutions inside of Strategy Mapper: Account Mapper, Opportunity Mapper, and Meeting Mapper. I'm going to jump right into Salesforce real quick. As you can see, I am in Salesforce Classic. Again, Strategy Mapper supports Salesforce 1 and Lightning. I'm going to start with an opportunity that's brand new. I have not created a plan yet, and I'm just going to basically start building out a basic plan and then adding some information. Then I'm going to show you an opportunity plan that has been worked on for a little bit, and I've had a meeting with that opportunity to be able to drive this actionable sales intelligence using Meeting Mapper. So I am in an account or an opportunity called B3 Round, and it's a relatively new opportunity. Again, I haven't really met with the customer other than the account level and identified this opportunity using customer initiatives. And now I'm going to start building out my plan and seeing what I can use for that. I'm going to go ahead and select Opportunity Mapper, and I'm going to select a frontal strategy for this particular opportunity. Again, you could have different opportunity templates based on the type of opportunity, or customer, vertical, geo, or whatever is really how you want to slice and dice it for your organization. I'm going to go ahead and save it, and it's going to bring me into Opportunity Mapper. As you can see, as Account Mapper, if you watched our video on Account Mapper, I have my buttons up top, and I'll go over those here in a little bit. And then I have these different pages that I can access by clicking on them. Again, the account or the opportunity details is based on the template that I select and some other information that would automatically pull it from the template itself. So I've got some details in here, some rudimentary things. If I've selected a product, I would have already populated that in Salesforce. Any partners, I have my strategy to win. Again, this is based on the template. I can change it, but it does not affect the template whatsoever. I've got my tactics, and I have the value proposition. And then I have my scoring, 0, 50, and 100. And I'm going to say I am working my value proposition. I like my strategy. I'm going to say, that's completed. And of course, I'll be working my tactics to better hone in on exactly how to win this opportunity. I can notify my manager or my team and allow them to input their comments. If I've already identified my manager in my user object in Salesforce, I can click on Notify Manager and it will automatically be sent to that person. Any open activities, and of course attachments, RFP, RFI, or any documentation that would help me in this opportunity to be able to win. Sales coaching is based on the template, so now I can populate based on, for example, the stage, what needs to happen in this stage. So I'm coaching my sales team on maybe probing questions, maybe having some links to some useful products I can send, videos I can send the customer, or other type of documentations. So each and every stage of an opportunity can have sales coaching associated with it. I can add to it. It doesn't affect the template. It'll only add to my sales coaching section right here. And we display the current stage of the opportunity, and we will close them automatically and display the next based on the stage of the opportunity right here. Again, sales coaching can be tremendous value to ramp up individuals, to bring everybody up to an A performer, and to really build consistency amongst your opportunities to be able to win and leverage other people's information. Sales coaching, very critical. Customer selection process. Again, this was brought from the account plan, if I created one. Again, I know identified some individuals. Now I can add, what's their selection process here? Because maybe there's more steps. Maybe on the 4th position, I want to go ahead and add a new one. And again, all these drop downs are configured by you and your organization. You get together, so what needs to happen in these drop downs, you configure them, and they're very easy to use. So I'm going to say right now, I'm bringing the 3 in here, and I'm going to go ahead and install in the sandbox, select the vendor. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and change that because it should be after that, and I'm going to go ahead and install in the sandbox. And again, I can add to these, and I may, you know what, I know who I need to work with to be able to get this installed in the sandbox, and I can go ahead and identify that individual right here. So I need to work with Betty to be able to get with them installed in their sandbox. And I'm going to say this is working because I haven't completed it yet. Again, very powerful, the customer selection process. And this actually will map up to the stage of the opportunity. So now, for example, you don't outrun the customer selection process based on your selling stages. So we'll match those up and let you know where you stand in that, how they're lined up. Very important. What red flags? I bring those over from the account and I can add them here. For example, I got a new one that I found out that the buyer is going to be OT last 2 weeks of vacation, so or last 2 weeks of the quarter. So what am I going to do to mitigate that? You know what? I'm going to ID a new buyer or send. I need to be able to mitigate this because that's the worst thing can happen. I'm about ready to close the deal at the end of the quarter and find out that the buyer's gone. I've already identified it as a red flag, so why don't I just mitigate it? Let me go ahead and save this. Any notes that I want to take about this opportunity? And again, they will be placed as activity history inside of the opportunity. And I can timestamp it for, today or tomorrow, whenever I really had that. Opportunity milestones. These may or may not be present or visible in your plan. They're based on the template. Basically, this is cadence or what needs to happen in this opportunity to be successful. In-depth demonstration. Go well, green, issues, red flag, terrible. I can put some comments. I can link it to a stage. For example, I want to put comments, great demo. I can, expound upon that if I wanted to. I'm going to click it green, and I'm going to go ahead and put it next to the prospecting phase. There are different types of milestones. One's a regular milestone, and one is a gate. If it is a gate, they will be highlighted, the name, and then if I do not either select green or yellow, but red because the gate was not completed, this will actually turn red at the opportunity milestones to identify you and to bring focal content or context into there's an issue with one of the opportunity milestones. I can even put a projected completion date and then the actual completed date. I'll put that today. More. You can see that I really haven't done much with this account other than maybe had some brief conversations with them. So I haven't identified, the competitor, opportunity timeline. I haven't started building that. I haven't had a meeting yet. So again, this is my initial run at this opportunity plan, but I'm getting some great information. I'm leveraging information that I've gathered at the account level. Again, I may not own the account, but I own this opportunity, and I need to know what the account owner has identified from a customer buying process, which turns into my selection process, and the red flags. I'm leveraging that information. Here, it will take me back into the opportunity, save, notify the manager, notify my team, my opportunity score. You can click on here real quick, and you can see I have 11, and that's really a gap analysis of what do I need to do in this opportunity to be successful. This is basically the health, and this is really what I'm running into in the account. And I have my solution score. I haven't identified how my products line up with the customer requirements. So that's why I have 11. And again, everything is weighted 1. However, they can be weighted differently based on your requirements. I also have my playbook. Now, because I haven't done a lot of work inside this opportunity, that's no problem. I can still create a playbook. And some of the uniqueness of the playbook is I have my, some prospecting. I have my sales coaching right here. I even have not only the present stage, But what do I need to do in the next stage to be successful? And we'll always show the current and the next stage from a sales coaching perspective. Situational awareness. If we've had some usage of Strategy Mapper before, I've selected a product, I will tell you before you meet with the customer based on the product, the industry, and the location or province, region, what the possible pain points, competitors, obstacles, objections, and any similar opportunity where you've won. And I'll show you that here in another opportunity. Opportunity milestones right here. These are the gates right here. Current situation. The tactics. What do I need to do to be able to increase this score? Right now I have a score of 0 for my solution score. I need to boost that up. Customer selection process. Red flags. That's really all I have inside of this opportunity. Some great information. I can do a new meeting, an instant meeting, and my org map right here. Again, I haven't identified anybody, but I can always bring in a contact if I believe I've met with them already and start building out my org map. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to save it, and you're going to see that we're going to start building some great information here. I haven't met with them yet, but again, in my account, I've identified Shelly as being 4, and that populated back down into that opportunity. So I know I have somebody maybe I can depend on in the opportunity already. So that's basically building a plan out from scratch using Strategy Mapper and Opportunity Mapper. Very easy. Again, do quickly with the information that you know. You leverage information at the account level, and it brings it all full circle inside of the plan, especially with the sales coaching. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you an opportunity that I have been working with for a little bit of time, and to show you, what happens when you have meetings related to the opportunity and such. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go ahead and go into my Opportunity Mapper. Again, I've already created it, so I don't have to select the template all over again. I've got my details, I've got my products and the quantity, what partner am I bringing one in, my strategy to win, my tactics, my value prop, my manager comments, and my team comments. And then any activity. Because I've had a meeting, I have some standard follow-up actions or tasks that I need to do after the meeting. Automatically populated. Again, my sales coaching right here, and you can see that I had a meeting already linked to the prospecting phase of this opportunity. My customer selection process, I'm going to say they've already identified the problem, review the options, and they're bringing in the 3 vendors. Because I've already been in there, and I'm going to say at least probably 3. I'm going to go ahead and save that. My red flags right here, I'm working that, of course. My notes, my opportunity milestones, again, I've completed that, and I've actually started identifying the decision makers. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in my prospecting phase. I did a little early, but yes, I've identified them. And I can put comments there also. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. And put the completion date. And save it again. Here are my customer requirements because I have gathered them in a meeting. They're displayed here. And so far, my solution score is matching up perfect with the customer requirements. And the more I gather the requirements, that score could change. But right now, it's looking really good. I think I have a great chance at this opportunity. One thing that Opportunity Mapper does do is it allows you to focus on the opportunities and accounts that you can win and not chase opportunities to be maybe using you for pricing against a competitor, for example. So it allows you, I've got a great score here. I just need to build up some of the interaction I'm having with the customer to identify some more things. I got my more here. I've identified my competitor inside the opportunity. Here's the last meeting that I had linked to this opportunity. I can look at my notes. I've gathered when the decision date, not the close date, the decision date. What decisions are coming out of the meeting? What are the requirements? Who are the competitors? The pain points? I've identified a couple weaknesses and objections, and what am I going to do to overcome my weakness and mitigate the objections? So now I'm building my close plan or how to be more successful inside of this opportunity. And every time you have a meeting, the last meeting will display here to show the most current. And you can always look at previous meetings. Opportunity timeline. This is just a visual representation of how people come in and out of the opportunity from a stance and a role perspective, how they go up, how they go down, from account and the selling team. Here's my customer team right here. And my account team. And you see that I brought a partner in the account. I'm going to go ahead and look at the score real quick. And you can see that I've got a decent score, but really, what am I lacking, right? I have not completed or even identified the customer buying process, manager review, team review. I haven't identified a champion. The weakness, obstacle, and objections will be a negative number once you've identified them. When you remove it, it'll become a positive number. I haven't identified the buyer yet, so it tells me gap analysis, what I need to do to be successful in this side of this opportunity. I can look at the playbook. And here, because we've identified a product and some other information, I have my sales coaching information, again, current and the next stage, and I have my situational awareness. Based on the product that I'm selling, the industry of the customer, and the location or region of them, I know the potential pain points, the competitors. Even though I've identified ABC, lead tools may be a competitor. Objections, strengths, weaknesses, any opportunity where we've won that are similar to this one, my milestones, the current situation. Larry's role and stance is currently a yellow. I need to be able to change that because that definitely could affect my score and my probability of winning. I need to complete the following. I need to engage the customer, identify the buyer and the champion. I need to overcome and remove the objections or obstacles or weaknesses. Here's my solution score. It tells me a little bit about it. I can go into here. It tells me right now they're at pilot trial and I'm in prospecting. So I maybe need to tweak my stages or move my stages up a little bit. I think maybe we're a little further than we should, a little further than I have anticipated or selected. Here's my red flags, my notes, the competitors, notes from the meeting, the customer intelligence right here. How am I going to overcome my weakness? So I've already got my plan right here. The customer team, scheduled activities, my manager, and my team comments. So this playbook is great to take with you when you have an opportunity review. It's perfect to do that review and to really focus in on what's missing or what you need to do to be successful. So that's really all there is to Opportunity Mapper. Again, it leverages information in Account Mapper. It leverages information you gather in Meeting Mapper when you're having meetings with your customers and gathering that valuable sales intelligence, and then helping you have a better meeting or a better opportunity to be able to close and win. So you can always reach us at pointintime.com, or you can email me at sales@pointintime.com. There we do have a 30-day free trial on the App Exchange, and search on Strategy Mapper. Thank you for taking the time, and we look forward to talking to you. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.